Hey guys, thank you for checking out our video. My name's Sean Elders and this is Pinnacle Combat Arts. Like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell so you can be notified every time we get a new video. Today we're going to be talking about reverse grip and close quarter, doing tapping systems, okay, and trapping systems. Let's get started. We're going to go Pinnacle grip, reverse grip. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about how to go into these passing techniques and strategies when he comes in. So before we were doing standard grip and we were passing like this, okay, now I'm going to have you guys do reverse grip and you're going to pass here. Now what's nice about the reverse grip, now I'm not going to say reverse grip is better than standard grip because it's not. They both have their strengths and their weaknesses. I would say the standard grip has less weaknesses because it can deal with long distance. It can also use the puño, the back end, if it's a big enough knife, to take same of the similar techniques as you can do with reverse grip. But reverse grip is great too, okay? So reverse grip, I would say, is more of a grappling, grabbing, and you're hooking with it. It's a great strategy for that. Distance-wise, it's not as good as fencing grip or what we call standard or sock grip, but it has its strengths. My attitude is that you need to be able to know reverse grip, standard grip, any type of grip, okay, and be comfortable with it, okay, and understand how to engage different types of attacks and how to neutralize your attacker, okay. So when the person comes in, I'm going to do the same thing, come into this inside sector. We pass it, but this time I'm going to thrust it into the leg. I'm going to go change my footwork. I'm going to wedge and I'm going to cut out. And he's going to do the same thing. Passes, thrusts it, wedges it, and cuts out. So see how I bend my arm? When he comes here, I'm bending my arm up, clipping it, and coming back in, stabbing and regaging. Notice we're always changing our footwork. When we change to this other side, we want to make sure that footwork is set up this way. And the reason why is because if my feet are still like this and he's engaging me like that, guess what? I can be easily taken off of balance and I'm not able to engage the attack properly. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So it's important that we always change our footwork when we're dealing with the type of attack. Okay, so when we're redirecting the attack like this, when we get it to the center line, I want to make sure I change my feet. When I do the attack, I'm going to change my feet. Just like that, okay? All right. Different motions. All right, I'm bringing it down. I can thrust it into the leg, and then I pass it just like that. Boom, boom, boom. See that? Just like that, see? You take your time. When you first are starting to learn how to do this, you need to take your time, okay? You can't go fast. If you go fast, you're gonna miss all the wonderful little things that you're gonna pick up as you do it. So one of the things you can do is when I'm here, I can bite like this and pass it, and then thrust it to the leg, and then cut out. So a lot of times people don't realize that when you have a knife and you're in this position, you can bite that to gain a little bit more control, okay? You're biting into it, okay? That gives you the ability to feel, control, and manipulate easier. Thrust into the leg, cut out. Bite, thrust, cut out. Bite, thrust, cut out, and wedge. Yep, just like that. Okay, so one of the things that can happen is the same thing we did on the previous video. When he wedges me, okay, I can cut and come underneath like this. Now, obviously, I have to still worry about him coming with this attack, okay? I just have to make that attack, make the way I deal with that attack smaller. I have to make a smaller circle. Remember that the more direct the attack is, the smaller the movements of dealing with that attack and redirecting that attack has to be. The longer away it is, there's more force to it, which means that you need to be able to have a little bit more distance and time to deal with the impact and the engagement and power behind that attack. That's very important. So I'm here, I bite and I pass like this, okay? When I come into this position here, okay, if if he comes straight in, I have to make a smaller circle, okay? If he makes a wider motion because he's trying to put more power behind the attack, then I have to engage it like this, okay, with a little bit more distance, because I have to be able to engage the power that's behind that with the same amount of force, okay? Very important, very important. So we're passing, thrust, slash, passing, thrust, slash, back and forth, okay? Now the other part is that if he comes straight in, smaller. If he comes wider, I pick it up and do a little bit wider motion to engage. Remember that. So when we're doing this, I can trap this. See that? Okay, and then engage this. Okay. I can if I want to come over the top, I come underneath and I engage it there, just like that. So what's nice about this is now we're going to incorporate hubud into it and then go into the attack. So we're doing hubud, just like this. And then what happens is my hand comes in, I pass it, thrust it, and then come back in. Just like that. He can do the same thing, or and then we go back to the hubud. And then what he's doing is he's also developing the timing that when I do the number one, he's able to pick it up and do the movement as well. Okay? Just like that. Now I did something wrong right there. Okay? I didn't move my hips back. So every time I pass this down the center, I need to bring my hips back, get my midsection out of the way, and then come back in. Good. Okay, that's very important. So back and forth, boom. See, I lowered my body when I did that movement. Yep. Yep. Good. See? Yep. See that? Then boom, boom. Yep, and then he could try to deal with it. That was good. Very good. See that? And see how I got my hips back? Stabbed him in the leg, boom. And then come in here. Good. So gets that timing down. Boom. So look at that. He trapped me, and I just brought my elbow up just like that so I could pick that hand up. Okay? Yep. So see this? Yep. So another thing is when we're doing this, when I pick this up, I got to think about that other hand. You see that? Now that's more advanced, but you still need to do that. You need to think about that. So we can practice, go back to our basic drill, and when I pass, he throws the punch, boom, and I gotta deal with that. You see? So again, if I come in here and he throws, notice how I have that wedge. So I go here, look at that. See this hand? It's there. So here, boom, boom. See that? And then I can X him or pretzel him, okay, and get that position the way that I need him to be. So it's the same thing here. He passes, and then I try to punch him. See? I pass, I go. There it is. See that? See? Wedge. That wedge is super important. Very important. Okay? When I go here, he goes, give me the one. And then he throws that attack. Do it again. See that? I have to automatically assume that they're going to throw a punch with the other hand. A lot of times they're not going to, because they get what they call tunnel vision. And this is your whole life right here in this knife. It's garbage, okay? You need to be able to understand that the attacks can take place anywhere, okay? And add drills and create drills to do that until eventually you're sparring it, okay? You can go from drills into a non-choreographed, and you're just doing pressure testing motions inside the drill, which is great. But you have to develop these attributes first. You have to be able to be both very comfortable with dealing with different types of attacks and then engaging them, okay? So I gave you a lot of different things that you can play around with. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Go to our website, pinnaclecombatarts.com. There you can find out more about what I do and the classes that I provide. Thank you guys so much for your support, and have a great day.